Okay, so here is my day, what are we on, 30 now, of the Marion's Challenge, and I have had this cigar box, oh gosh, for a while now, and I finally just got it covered and done, and what I did, and it's kind of an odd shape, it didn't have a lid. I had to make this lid. This is just a piece of medium white chipboard, and I have covered it on both sides with the paper from the Tim Coffey collection. I don't think it even has a name, but it is this collection right here. It was out last year, and I covered the top with one of the pages that just has the pussy willow and the butterfly on it, and I edged everything in vintage photo, and then I just covered the back with the other pattern that was on there, the other half of the paper, and edged it in vintage photo. The sides of this, I used the paper that had the stems and the rose hips, I believe these are. And I don't know if you can see this, but I used glossy accents on some of them. Oh, there we go. On some of them, just to give them a little dimension. I wanted to keep the sides of these pretty clean because I didn't want, if I put it on a shelf or put it next to something, I didn't want it to interfere if it had something, you know, on the sides that was too bulky. On the front, I used my Tim Holtz tag die, and I just added a little bit of Prima Bling, some I Am Roses, this butterfly. This is from the Tim Coffey collection as well. It was from the adhesive border strip, and I adhered it to a piece of paper, is actually this background paper, and then cut it out just so it didn't have sticky, and I wanted to make it, you know, give it a little 3D there. And then I cut out French for flowers out of the same, this background paper, and adhered it on there. And when I did this piece here, I always hate having to try to line them up and glue them. So I put my paper on first to my chipboard, and then ran it face down with the paper down on the die, so it was pushing as it was cutting against the paper so it wouldn't lift off as it was going through the die, and that worked out a lot better for me. And I edged this one in walnut stain because the vintage photo just wasn't dark enough. But that's that. And on the top, I'll stand up here, I used some of my trim that I have that I put around. I'm not, you know, it was just black, and I wasn't real crazy about the black, and then I put this down, and now I'm not so sure I like this either, but it's hot glued on, so I don't think I can get it off without making a big mess, so it's just going to have to stay. And I stuck a piece across here just to complete the frame, and then, you know, you could just get a hold of that to pull it open, and there's all my flowers. It's a pretty deep container. I believe it's like, I'd say like 6 inches tall. So I could fit a lot of flowers in there. I'm going to have to go shopping again. But that's it. That was my to-do for today. And I'm going to start working on my other cigar box or my travel log. So I will show you that when it's done. Thanks for stopping by.